This guy actually looked good. Are we saying that Khol doesn't look good now? Because that guy looks great. Like, not even King Arthur could pull that man out of me. Hello, and welcome to You Make This House a Home. This is a Yandere dating sim where you wake up in a house you don't recognize with a man that you do not remember who claims that he's your lover. And now you have 5 days before your supposed anniversary to find out what is going on, or potentially an escape route. Let's get started. I'm gonna be honest, he looks cute. I have a thing for men like that. But yeah, this game is pretty gory. Also pay attention to the content warnings. I have added them on the video as well. Monday, 9:38 AM. Wakey wakey. It's time to start your day. Yinny. You slowly come to your senses. There seems to be a fuzz hindering your memory like a cloud around your thoughts. Come on, Yinny. I've let you sleep in enough. Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. Dang. What size bra he wear? You slowly open your eyes and suppress a noise of alarm as you're met with a tall, pale figure with dark clothes and jet black hair gazing down at you. There you are, honey. We're already running a little behind. You're extremely confused, anxiously scanning the strange yet oddly familiar room. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I can answer them all at breakfast, okay? Forced to listen to this man, you hesitantly nod, earning a toothy grin from him before he slips out of the room. Freak out or stay as calm as you are. I think for this first playthrough, we're going to be really nice to him. And then we're going to be, regrettably, mean. I'm going to try and do as many options as I can as well, just so we can try and cover everything. Stay as calm as you are. You close your eyes and take some deep breaths, opening them again when you feel ready enough to face whatever was downstairs. You get out of bed, your feet leading you towards the bathroom in your room. You had no idea that was there, yet it was like muscle memory. Looking in the mirror, you feel a bit more at ease. You look at yourself deeply in the mirror. You know it's your face, but it feels wrong somehow. You are feminine presenting. You'll be referred to as she, her. After freshening up a bit and feeling much steadier, you head downstairs. As you advance down the stairs, you're met with a pleasant smell of meat, as well as the soft sizzle of oil on a pan. You take a seat at the table, not knowing what else to do. You see that the back of the stranger, now wearing a baby pink apron that seemed a touch out of place with his entire aesthetic. You also couldn't help but notice the odd way stray locks of hair were floating over his head as if stuck to the ceiling by the tips. Yeah, just like how I'm going to be stuck to his tip. You can hear him humming softly as he killed the heat of the stove and began plating the food. Pretend I'm humming random tune. Oh, you are so cute. Good morning, Yinny. Good morning. You're presented with a surprisingly adorable breakfast. From what you could see, a golden brown toast, bacon, sunny side up egg with odd specks and powders on the surface you could only assume to be various seasonings. I'm gonna be honest, if someone made me a breakfast this good, all I'm gonna reveal is that even the god of the wind is gonna be jealous of the blow that I'm gonna give this man. You can't remember if you ate meat or not. Would it even matter? You should eat. I think you'll enjoy it. Time for breakfast. Wow, is that my mouth hole? What if I drop it? Oh my god, if you eat it, I'm just gonna move myself down a little bit. Look at the top corner. If I eat it, it says good. If I don't eat it, it says not quite, dear. So I'm just gonna, I'll keep eating it. Thank you for breakfast. It's my pleasure, honey. You're looking at me funny, so I'm sure you have some questions. First things first, my name is... You can call me Khol. Now that introductions are out of the way, what would you like to know, my dear? Who am I? We'll do this one first. Well, you are Yinny. You are my lover. And you love cats? I do. Do I? I don't know. Do you? Hey, hang on a second. He giggled. At least he has a sense of humor. Are we really in a relationship? Yes, we are. I promise we're in love. You suppose that wasn't an impossible scenario? With me? No way. Look at him. He's cute. Do you have proof? I don't know what to believe and I don't know if I can trust you yet. Maybe if you could give me some solid evidence? That would help me a lot. You're so adorable. I can absolutely give you picture proof, if you so please. Yeah, I can please many things. Cole stood up, walking over to a fridge with long strides, reaching it in no less than 3 steps. He plucked off a magnet, holding a Polaroid in one hand as he returned. Oh my god, he's so adorable. Look at his little face. He leaned down once more, holding out the photo. In it was a photo of you. Or was it the face you saw in the mirror that morning? You didn't entirely recognize yourself. You were celebrating something, and you looked really happy. This was our 1-year anniversary. Khol explained quietly, as if thinking back on the memory fondly. I organized a surprise and it was very successful. His words fizzled away, sounding lost in thought before standing to put it back on the fridge. Under the magnet on the fridge was a sticky note. From what you can make out, It had plans for that very party scribbled on it hastily. Khol gazed at you with a softness in his eyes. I'm not asking you to trust me, just believe this one thing. I wish I could tell you more, but there is so much you can't understand. So much you can't know. Things I promised you'd never know again. Can't I know a little bit? Khol stares into your eyes for a moment before sighing. I guess a little bit. Not like you'll remember it by tomorrow anyway. Let's see, I'm telling the truth when I say we are lovers. At least we used to be before you started losing your memories every day. It was mutual and consensual, but when you began forgetting, I couldn't just abandon you. You needed me, like how I need you. Oh, maybe it's best to leave it at that. He glances at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Would you look at that? You're all done with breakfast. He took the plate from them in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water. You're free to roam around the house and explore if you want. You stand from the table, feeling a little less uneasy now that you have food in your system, and your most pressing question somewhat answered. Yeah, I'll explore the house. You decide to explore. Let's look around downstairs. You look around, seeing a modest living room right beside the kitchen. The severe lack of walls was kind of unsettling. If you looked around at any point of the house, you could see everything with little to no obstruction. You spot a hallway beside the staircase that leads upstairs. You peek around the corner to see a door, the front door. You glance over at Khol, who was still preoccupied with the kitchen, and tiptoe into the narrow hall. It's a gloomy scene, ominous even. Where the door window should be, 2 wooden planks neatly nailed onto the surface, as well as duct tape along the glass beside the doorway. You see a small table with a drawer and a plant on top. Inside the drawer was a house key, random receipts varying from last year to the year before, and a Polaroid. Is that Khol from when he was human or alive? Damn, he's hot. Actually, they're all hot. A slightly crumpled Polaroid. It showed 3 people. On the left, a man with long blonde wigs. On the right, a woman with sparkling ginger hair. And in the middle, a man with silky black hair with a familiar shit-eating grin. Khol. No way this is the same guy as the one in the kitchen right now. This guy actually looked good. Are we saying that Khol doesn't look good now? Because that guy looks great. Like, not even King Arthur could pull that man out of me. Normal. Human. What happened? You put the photo and the other various items back into the drawer before creeping closer to the front door. You stare at it blankly for a moment. You could leave. Would it even be worth it? You don't know anything about the world anymore. No family, no friends. I'm gonna choose leave for the drama. You slowly, very slowly reach for the handle. Oh, you flinch as a murky toned hand gently grabs yours, preventing you from reaching the door. Your skin feels oddly rubbery. Skin adjacent, but not quite there. Oh god. Oh, like a condom? There you are, Edie. Funny how you immediately wander off to the one place I hoped you wouldn't go. He turns you around with surprisingly controlled force, keeping your back to the door as he clasps your hand with both of his. Oh my god. It wouldn't be safe to be outside by yourself like this, Yini. Is he still hot now? To me? Kind of. Don't you understand? You suddenly feel an intense pressure at the front of your head, as if your brain is trying to force its way out of your skull. You feel as though your head is splitting. You can't even get a word out. See? Look what happens. Let's lay you down. Oh my god, that sound scared the crap out of me. You remember being led by careful hands to what you could only assume to be his couch. Rest your eyes for a while, honey. It never gets easier to do that. You slowly come to your senses. The distant sound of soft humming coming from the kitchen. You prop yourself onto your elbows, your ears are ringing slightly, but it was manageable. Khol? The humming stops and you hear a rush of footsteps before Khol is looming over you. You hardly had time to register how quick he moved before he was helping you up. Hello dear, how do you feel? That apron is so cute. Dang, look at his waist, it's so small. Fine, I guess. What happened? How long was I out? He stared at you blankly for a moment before replying. I'm not sure. I found you on the ground unconscious, so I laid you down to rest your head. You feel a faint squirming sensation in the back of your head. Oh, I see. What time is it? Khol's expression lightens up once more as he slowly led you towards the kitchen. It's lunchtime. Maybe some food will help you feel better. You open your mouth to say something, but you're sat in the chair once more. Oh, alright. Monday, 1:30 p.m. You're just so cute. You're presented with a normal-looking sandwich. From what you could see, 2 slices of bread, lettuce, tomatoes, lunch meat, and cheese. That actually looks really good. Nothing seemed too out of the ordinary. You should eat. I'll let you. Time for lunch. Well, time to put stuff into my mouth. There was an odd aftertaste in your mouth. A little bitter. Khol, what did you put on my sandwich? What's on your mind, honey? What kind of meat did you put in my sandwich, Khol? Who are the people in the picture? Who are the people in that Polaroid by the door? They were people we were close with. He replied softly, examining your expression closely. Do you recognize anyone in the picture? Only you, but just barely. You really did look different. I was handsome, right? Yeah. Very handsome. Still are. You giggle with him as he leaned a little closer, clearly enjoying himself. Well, to answer your question, Little Red Riding Hood was a woman named Phoebe and Goldilocks is a man named Zeke. They were our closest friends. But not anymore? No, not anymore. What happened to them? He lets out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Why does he do that? Why is it so important that you finish all your food? Are you putting something in there that causes me to lose my memory? Well, looks like we're all done here. Dang, look at his butt. He took the plate from you, placing it in the sink and running the water just as he had before. Safe to assume you were free to do what you wanted again. You stand there for a moment, unsure of what to do next. Look around upstairs. You decide to take a look upstairs. Once you reach the top of the staircase, you scan the upstairs. There's a chandelier above you. It stands out quite a bit against the bland colors of the home. It looks antique. The second floor itself is modest and very simple, with only 3 doors that you could see. One with a sign that had your name, one with the wooden boards over it, and another tucked away and locked tightly. You can only assume that was Khol's room. The locked room. The door looked like it had been modified. Where a doorknob should have been is a handle with a large padlock hanging off of it. If Khol has a key, it is hidden somewhere. The boarded room. Some of these nails aren't that secure. Maybe there's something around that you can use to pry them loose. Your room. As you enter the room, you stand in the doorway. You see your bed. A closet with 5 of the same sweaters hung up on clothes hangers. The bathroom. And to your right, a short bookshelf with multiple random books, 2 framed pictures, and a shoebox at the very bottom. You approach the bookshelf, shutting your bedroom door behind you. What are you most curious about? Picture? You take a closer look at the second picture. For some odd reason, you can't make out what's in the image. Get demo cucked, lol, sorry guys. I'm excited to explore that though. You take a closer look at the first picture. It's... oh no! So there's also this shoebox on this book. I think we'll do the shoebox first, and then we'll do the book in a different route. You sit in front of the shelf, pulling out the shoebox. You open the box to see various memorabilia. It was clear that at first glance, these were gifts from Khol to you. Drag around the items and click them to inspect. Alright, let's look at these flowers. An assortment of flowers dried and carefully tied together. Bits of the petals were beginning to flake off into the box. A fuzzy brown stuffed bear with a red ribbon around its neck. It's cute. Looks like a drive-through coffee shop order. A receipt for an antique lamp. The same one out by the stairs. Dang, that's an expensive lamp. It says from Khol to you in big red Sharpie. You wonder what's on the disc. This looks like a band shirt, though it's not of a band you've ever heard of. Or maybe you have. You can't remember. It also looks a little too big for you. Was this one of Khol's? No, continue. Suddenly, you hear Khol's voice call to you from downstairs. Yinny, honey, it's time for dinner. You step out of your room, closing the door shut behind you. As you descend the stairs, you see Khol waiting at the bottom expectantly. He smiles widely as he gently grasps your shoulders. There you are. Monday, 7:02 p.m. I hope you had a fun day. You're presented with spaghetti. With... what is that mixed into the noodles? Man, Khol, what are you feeding me? You should eat. I don't think I want to eat this. This time it feels different. It's important. Oh no. I can't do anything except for eat. There were conflicting textures. Like you were eating something still alive. Oh my god, ew. It made you feel sick to your stomach. Anything new, honey? What's all the stuff in the shoebox? You mean the shoebox at the bottom of the shelf in your room? You nod. Oh, those are just little gifts and things I gave you when we were just getting together. I feel like me choosing to escape accidentally pissed him off. When you moved in, naturally all the gifts came right back. But what's mine is yours, and what's yours belongs in your room. Some of the things in there could be considered trash by now, but I can't bring myself to throw away any of our precious memories. Call me sentimental, but it's far too important to me. Can I ask about the items? Like, what they were from, or when I received them? Of course. Ask away, my dear. You remember the exact details of each gift in that box? I remember every detail of every gift I've ever gotten you ever. I thought that was normal for couples to do. Weird, but also kinda sweet. The CD. I'll ask about the other items as well, a little later in the video. I'll probably do like a little extra choices section towards the end. November 17th, 20XX. I had Told you once that I always wanted to do the 2000 CD playlist thing with my partner, so you let me burn one of my playlists into a CD. I don't know if you ever listened to it, but I like to think that you did. He picks up the plate, disregarding the strange nature of the meal as he stands to put it into the sink. It's getting late. You should head to bed. Ask him to lay down with you. Yeah, come lie down with me. Do you want to lay down with me? Just until I fall asleep? There was a brief pause before Khol squeaks out a strangled noise. Oh my god, I'll make him squeak out another kind of strangled noise. Really? You're okay with that? You nod, giving him the green light. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. How could I ever be scared of him? Look at his hair in the shape of little love hearts. Oh, I love him. Khol hesitates for only a moment before laying on the mattress beside you. He was on the very edge of the bed, keeping a respectful distance from you with his hands folded carefully in front of him. He looked like even breathing near you wrong could be a cardinal sin on his part. Sweet dreams, my love. His voice is soft, almost reverent. You feel his fingers brush your arm, a fleeting gentle touch before sleep pulls you under. I love him. November 17th, 20XX, 8:41 a.m. You see the light first. A soft, golden, spilling through the blinds of your old apartment like warm honey. You're sitting on the floor in front of your coffee table tying your shoes for work. Your jacket is half zipped. Your bag is open beside you and the faint smell of laundry detergent lingers in the air. There's a knock at your door. It's open. The door creaks and Khol slips inside without waiting for permission, hair freely flowing with the wind, hoodie sleeves pushed up and cheeks flushed from the cold. Morning, honey. Oh, he's so cute. I mean, he was cute before and he's cute now. You're early. I know. I didn't sleep. He steps over your scattered shoes and sits beside you on the floor, knees bumping yours. He's holding something, a plastic case with something inside. I made you something. Oh, look how cute he is. I love his eyes. Oh, okay, so I'm assuming like if you ask about the different items, you might get a different dream. So we'll definitely come back and check that out later. You made me something. He nods, eyes bright with a nervous, excited energy. A CD. Like the old days, I burned a playlist for you. He turns the case as if teasing the grand reveal as the smooth surface reflects the morning sun. Remember when people used to trade mixtapes? I always wanted to do that with someone I loved. Used to have a CD burner? No, but Zeke does. His brother had one, so I broke in and stole it from his childhood home. Wait, what? You laugh, and he beams like that was the reaction he was hoping for. The little blush? Oh. I picked songs that reminded me of you. I listened to that artist you couldn't get tickets for. You remembered that? I remember everything about you. He nudges the CD closer to you, flipping it around so you can see it now. Go on, look. From Khol. To you. In big red Sharpie it read from Khol. To you. In his sloppy handwriting, I'll show him something sloppy and involving hands. He looked at you with soft eyes and an expectant smile. So do you love it or what? He teased, eager to get a response. It's cute. Play it later, okay? Promise me you'll listen. I promise. He exhales relieved. I like making things for you. For a moment, everything feels warm, safe and familiar. But the hallway lights flicker. The bustle of the street outside distorts. Khol's smile lingers with the edges blur, smear and melt into darkness. Tuesday, 9:29 a.m. Rise and shine. A familiar voice rings gently in your ears as you blearily open your eyes. Hello. Waking up around this time was less taxing than yesterday. Oh, look at you. Early birdie. And noticeably less disorienting. Good morning, Khol. Khol practically flinched where he sat, nearly tumbling off the bed entirely. You remember my name? He exclaimed, all too loud for how recently he had woken up. Oh, I understand why he's shocked. Because, like, he made a mention of, you're not gonna remember this tomorrow anyway, but we actually retained information from the previous day. He exclaimed, all too loud for how recently he had woken up. Was that wrong? Were you not meant to know his name or something? At your confusion, Khol frantically looked around the room, as if the walls themselves were listening in on something not allowed. Ooh, what a line. It's nothing. Come down for breakfast when you're ready. He said slowly as he got up from the bed, gently clicking the door shut behind him as he left. You head downstairs for breakfast, still shaking off the last traces of sleep and confusion from Khol's reaction. As you advance downstairs, you're met with the familiar smell of bacon, egg and toast. Khol must be making the same thing as yesterday. You take a seat at the table, watching the back of Khol as he mechanically makes breakfast. He says nothing this time, as he sets down the toast. It makes you a little anxious hearing Khol this quiet. Breakfast passes by quietly, the same as yesterday, save for Khol's light-hearted banter. He was gazing deeply into your eyes as if trying to assess something. His face was completely blank. It was so unnerving. Still cute though. Just in time before lunch, where do you want to look around? Wait, that just jumped to him saying wait. You freeze mid-step. Cole stands at the bottom of the stairs, apron still on, hands clasped tightly in front of him. Can we talk? Before you wander off. His tone is gentle, and he's smiling like before, but there's a strange urgency beneath it. Like he's afraid you'll disappear if he looks away. Talk about what? Just this. You. Today. He gestured toward the living room. Come sit with me for a bit, please. You nod, unsure what else to do. Cole briefly ducks into the kitchen once more, before returning with his apron neatly folded. You sit on the couch, and he sits beside you after setting the apron down on the coffee table beside a stack of Polaroids. Close, but not touching. His posture is stiff, like he's rehearsing how to be normal. You remembered my name this morning? Yes? You're not supposed to do that. Oh, that face. He says it quietly, almost like he's afraid of the words themselves. Is that bad? Yes, well, no, it's wonderful. It's just unexpected. He fidgets between the hem of his winter sweater, twisting the fabric between his fingers. He looks away, embarrassed. But today is different. You're not supposed to be different. Different how? I don't know, but your vibe is just different. He leans forward slightly, studying your face with unnerving intensity. It's nice, but it's wrong. You shift uncomfortably. Cole, what exactly do you want to talk about? Everything. He says it too quickly. I mean, just whatever you want. I want to hear you talk. About what? Anything. Your thoughts. What do you think of the house? What do you think of me? He pauses. Especially the last one. Why? Because I like hearing it. You sigh. You're being weirdly needy today. I'm your boyfriend. I'm allowed to be needy. Hearing the term boyfriend come from someone you basically met yesterday felt odd, but for some reason it wasn't completely unwelcome. He shifts closer just an inch. Cole then takes your hand, the vast darkness of his skin nearly swallowing your fingers in his. Tell me something you remember. Cole murmured softly, his voice low with reverence. I don't remember much. But you remembered my name. I guess that stuck. It's not meant to. Nothing is. He laughs softly, almost breathless. It feels like progress. Like maybe today will be better. Better than what? Than every day before today. He says it too quickly again. I don't want to ruin today. Oh, sweet baby. His fingers loosen the already gentle grip on yours, trailing down your palm. Can we just enjoy this morning? How? Talk to me. Ask me things. Let me be here with you. His voice softens. I miss you. Even when you're right in front of me. Oh, that line hits so hard. Especially when your mind is usually so far away. I'll have to fix this later, but for now, I want to be here with you. I'll ask about him. Tell me about you. Me. I'm not that interesting. Yeah, but you're basically still a stranger to me. Fair enough. So tell me something real. Something real. He thinks for a moment. I like when you say my name. That's not what I meant. It's what I meant. He leans closer, a few strands of hair in front of his face swaying slightly as he turned your hand around in his. But I guess we could go over the first date questions. Can I just say, him stroking our hand like that is so cutely intimate and romantic? If you really want. Let's see, my favorite color is red. I like how passionate it looks and how much emotion can vary through it. My favorite animals are bugs, the real creepy crawly ones. Like a vinegaroon, the ones that maybe an average person would be disgusted at. Wow, he would be right at home in Australia. My favorite season is wintertime, but I hate being cold. When he stopped talking, a calm silence drifted between you. To think that at some point, these are things about him that you knew by heart. Thank you, Cole. He smiled. Anytime. The house. How long have we lived here? You moved in a few months ago. I've been here since I was 19. Why this house? Honestly, I just chose a place far from my parents but close by my friends. Did you not have a good relationship with your parents? No. He responds dryly, all fondness in his tone shriveled. It made you wonder if his parents are monsters too. But living on my own turned out to be just as bad. This place is too big for one person, and it got lonely whenever my friends couldn't hang out. But then I met you. His hands are fidgeting with yours now. It felt like he did this often, once upon a time. You make this house a home. Cole, what happened to me? He freezes. Nothing. That's not an answer. I don't know what I can tell you. Then tell me what you can. Cole swallows hard, just like how I swallow him hard. Cole swallows hard. His grip on your hand loosens, then tightens again like he's afraid you'll pull away. You got sick. Really sick, and I didn't know what to do. Sick? Sick how? He shakes his head, eyes dropping to your joined hands. You were dizzy, confused, you kept forgetting things. I thought it was stress or exhaustion, or I should have taken you to a hospital. I know that now. Why didn't you? His breath catches. Because you begged me not to. The room suddenly feels smaller. I did. He nods slowly like he wasn't afraid, though he wasn't sure of what he was saying either. I was trying to respect that. I thought I was hoping. Silence settles between you, heavy but not hostile. The conversation lingers in the air long after it ends. You're not sure if you feel closer to him or farther away. Either way, the day moves on. Monday, 1:30 p.m. Hello again. You're presented with another normal-looking sandwich. The same 2 slices of bread, same lettuce, same tomatoes, lunch meat, and the same cheese. All the same. You pick it up and take your first bite, all while Khol continues to watch carefully. Once you are finished, the same bitter aftertaste lingered in your mouth. What are you putting in it? So? Nothing. Khol blinked, a little confused. Nothing at all? Yeah. I see. He eyed your empty plate as always. Then he took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water just as he had before. And this time, you could do what you wanted, right? Grab a fork. You then thought of the boarded door upstairs. The nails looked loose enough to try and pry off with something like a fork, maybe. But that means you have to distract Khol long enough to get one without being suspicious. You quickly think of a course of action. You awkwardly walk towards Khol as he's doing the dishes. Oh, look at him! So cute. Dang, he's actually quite muscular. He noticed you immediately. Need something, my dear? Just felt like talking a bit more. He smiled brightly, clearly pleased. Then I'm more than happy to indulge you. Do you have any questions? Why do you love me? He looked a bit surprised at the question, not exactly expecting you to say that. He hummed softly, eyes drifting to the sink as he pondered how to verbalize the sheer weight of what he felt for you. Would it be shallow to say because you're human? I was initially drawn to you with general attraction. Regular human stuff. He paused, fingers stilling in the soapy water. But then you made the attempt to really get to know me. His voice softened, almost reverent. You made me feel real. You don't know how rare that is for someone like me. He lets out a quiet breath, almost a laugh. I love you for you. I mean that. What's your full name? He paused thoughtfully. My full name? It's been a long time since I've said it out loud. Khol is low-key more comforting to hear. But if you really want to know, Sarkolin. My full name is Kwang Sarkolin. Oh, do you miss going outside? He pauses mid-scrub, shoulders tensing just slightly. Outside is complicated. People would stare and they'd judge and ask questions. But with you, I didn't mind it as much. So yes, I miss it, but not as much as I miss you. Knock over the paper towels. You take a subtle step back, bumping the roll of paper towels off the counter with your shoulder. It hits the floor with a soft thud. He bends down to pick it up, immediately, unbothered in the slightest. You're lucky you're cute. That was the distraction you needed to grab a fork from the drawer. You hastily pull it open just a bit before closing it. Walk away. Sorry about the trouble. I'll get out of your hair now. He turns around as he places the paper towels back on the counter. Oh, no problem, honey. Accidents happen. You waste no time hurrying upstairs. The boarded door stands exactly where you left it. You wedge the fork between the first nail and push. It gives way with a strained metallic groan that makes you wince. You work quickly, listening for any sign of Khol coming upstairs. Another board loosens. Another. The final plank drops to the floor. You swallow hard and push the door open. The room beyond is dim and still. A storage room. Small, dusty and quiet. But the moment your eyes adjust, your stomach twists. Mundane. Everyday objects are everywhere. Clothes you don't remember owning. Books with your handwriting in the margins. A backpack, a phone charger, a stack of notebooks tied with twine. A framed photo face down on the floor. You kneel beside a box labeled with your name. Your fingers brush the lid. Something warm flickers in your chest like recognition trying to break through the fog. You open the box. Inside are small objects, trinkets, receipts and notes and pieces of a life you can't remember living. Suddenly you hear Khol's voice call to you from downstairs. Yini, honey, it's time for dinner. You step out of your room, closing the door shut behind you. As you descend the stairs, you see Khol waiting at the bottom expectantly. He smiled widely as he gently grasps your shoulder. There you are. Dinner smells like spaghetti once again, but the moment you step into the kitchen, something feels off. Khol stands at the stove, shoulders low, movement slow and unfocused. Khol? Oh, hey, dinner's almost ready. His voice is soft in a way that doesn't sound like him. I've upset him! Are you okay? Yeah, just tired. He tries to smile, but it doesn't reach his eyes. You sit. He sets a plate in front of you, then lowers himself over the kitchen table once more. Dinner is quiet, not tense, just muted. Sorry I'm not very talkative tonight. It's okay. He gives a small grateful nod. I'll be better after some sleep, that's all. Something about the way he says it makes your stomach twist. When you're both finished, he stands and gathers the plates. You can go rest. I will clean up. Are you sure? Yeah, go on. I think I made him mad. He turns back to the sink, shoulders hunched, the soft clatter of the dishes echoing through the dim kitchen. You watch him for a moment longer. Something is wrong. He just won't say what. You crawl into bed alone this time as exhaustion settles into your bones after another strange day. The lamp beside the door casts a soft glow across the room, comforting, warm and familiar. Your eyes grow heavy. Sleep takes you quickly. I repeat, takes me quickly. You wake up, but this time Khol is nowhere to be seen. Your room is bathed in darkness. The lamp you had fallen asleep with is turned off. You don't remember turning it off. You sit up slowly, letting your eyes adjust to the dark. The house feels different at night, colder and heavier, like the walls are listening. Somewhere down the hallway you hear a hushed voice. It's Khol. You slip out of bed, feet touching the cold floorboards, and creep towards the door. The hallway is pitch black, save for a faint sliver of light leaking from beneath Khol's bedroom door. His voice is clearer now, low and tense and hurried. No, Zeke, listen to me. He still talks to Zeke. You freeze. Zeke. You inch closer, careful not to make the floor creak. I know what time it is, I know. No, I didn't tell them anything, I wouldn't do that. His tone sharpens, not angry but scared. Zeke, please tell me you can figure something out. The doses need to be higher. He needs remembering things now. He is putting stuff in my food. You know how dangerous that could get, don't you? Then a pause. You can't hear what's being said on the other end, barely being able to make out what Khol's saying himself. Please, if not for Yini, do it for me. Your heart pounds. You take another step. Then the floor creaks quietly. Ah, damn it. The whispering stops. Silence. You don't move, you don't breathe. I'll call you back. Crap. Footsteps. The quiet jingles of a key struggling in a lock. You dart back towards your room, slipping inside just as the hallway light flicks on. You crawl into bed and pull the blanket up to your chin, pretending to be asleep. The doorknob rattles. Your breath catches, but it doesn't open. After a long moment, you hear Khol's footsteps retreating down the hall. The house falls silent again. You stare at the ceiling wide awake, the darkness pressing in around you. You don't sleep again for a long time. End of demo for now. Thank you for playing. Maybe try again for a new route. You might find something new. Oh, that was so good. There's like hair in it. That was great. Definitely need to go back. We're gonna go back to here. We're not gonna leave this time. I'm just gonna stay. I want to see if this affects anything. You sigh, shaking your head. It's not worth the risk. You were perfectly safe where you were, for the most part. You turn around. Oh my god. Jesus, Khol. You turn around, jolting at the sight of Khol, peeking from behind a corner as if watching to see what you'd do. He flashed a grateful smile before returning to the kitchen, clearly pleased with your choice. Creep? Maybe it was best to keep an eye on Khol. After all, you weren't completely comfortable around him. You walk towards a couch in the living room, taking a seat and waiting. After a few moments, Khol finally emerges from the kitchen. He smiles, pleasantly surprised that you stayed close by. Hi. Not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna try to leave. Any reason you decided not to? Why? Did you want me to leave? He averted his gaze. No, never that. It's just on rare days you don't immediately go to the door. Rare? You know, when you wake up every day, it's like a different version of your personality. Most of the time you're super scared and hate me. Sometimes you're super kind and understanding. 8 times out of 10 you end up wanting to leave me, you know? I guess. I just want to chat a little more, if that's alright. Khol visibly lit up. Of course. Anything you want. Oh, I want to make him happy. Khol walks back into the kitchen, then returns the pink apron folded neatly in his arms. He sets it down on the bare coffee table, giving you his undivided attention. What are you curious about, my dear? I'm gonna try and do as many dialogue branches as I can, but this time I'll click how do we meet. He hummed thoughtfully for a moment. It was at a bar somewhere downtown. I went with my friends that day, and when I saw you, you were scared. There was a person following you all night, so you came to me and asked if I could pretend to be someone you knew. That's it? It was a strangely normal way to meet someone given the circumstances. Well, I saw you around a few more times after that. Grocery store, cafe, antique shop. Antique shop? That's a little unconventional. Yeah, well, it was there. I finally got your number and we started talking. He gazed at you with the sadness and longing of someone reminiscing fond memories. Did you go out into the public, looking like that? You gestured vaguely to his appearance, heavy on the odd behavior of his hair. Oh goodness, no. Have a little more faith in me, honey. Gosh. No, this look, shall I say, isn't really what I look like. You look at him weird. What does that even mean? Oh, I don't know how to explain this. There are, instances where I look more normal. And you don't, in your own home? No. It's a little creepy, but like creepy cute. What an awkward mess. It was strangely endearing. There are photos around the house of what I typically look like when I went out. I don't try so hard with my appearance anymore now that I don't go outside. Why not? Well, I need to take care of you. Can't exactly leave you alone, can I? I guess not. At those words, something buried under the fog in your brain flickers. Like a piece of the past was trying to make itself known again. Can I ask something else? You pause, almost unsure if you should say it. Did you do anything specific to maintain your outside appearance? Uh-oh, he did not like that. Cole's expression dropped immediately, eyes widening as his pupils shrank. The little color he had in his face drained. Oh, would you look at the time? We should have lunch. You open your mouth to say something, but you're sat in the chair once more. Oh, alright. Monday, 1:30 p.m. You are just so cute. You're presented with a normal-looking sandwich. Nothing seemed too out of the ordinary. You should eat. Time for lunch. I eated the sandwich, but yeah, anything that repeats I'll probably skip forward. Yeah, but so far we've gotten all new stuff. There was an odd aftertaste in your mouth, a little bitter. What's on your mind, honey? Who are the people in the picture? They were people we were close with. Do you recognize anyone in the picture? Ooh, Zeke. Because that wasn't there before. Zeke. Cole's expression went flat. You don't know why you said that. Who the hell was Zeke? Suddenly the tension in the kitchen was overwhelming, heavy and thick, just like how he is, I'm sure. You felt uncomfortable where you sat. How do you know that name? Cole's voice no longer carried a cheery tone. It was unnerving. You don't know what to say. You don't even know how you know that name. Oh no. Oh no. Cole was now standing in front of you, leaning down to meet your eye. He placed his hand against the edge of the table so all you could see was him. All of him. His hair began branching out like dark vines, winding around the chair as if trapping you there without directly touching you. I love how it also looks like his hair is winding around the UI. Yandere, I said, how do you know that name? I don't know. I just suddenly remembered it earlier. He continued to stare deeply into your eyes, like he could see your very soul with his own. He sighs as he steps back, his hair falling back once more, save for the few still connected to the ceiling. Sorry, honey, I'm sure that was just a misunderstanding. I apologize if I scared you. You know that's not my intention. To answer your question, those two other friends I was with at the bar when I first met you. Is the ginger Phoebe? That was all he said. Was Khol ever not cryptically vague? Is she still around? Will I get a chance to meet her? No. You had no idea which question he was replying to. Do I get to know anything else? No. Geez, someone runs a strict program around here. It was clear he wasn't keen on answering questions about her. You can't help but wonder why. He lets out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Why does he do that? Why is it so important that you finish your food? Because he put something in it. Looks like we're all done here. He took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water, just as he had before. Safe to assume you're free to do what you wanted again. You stand there for a moment, unsure of what to do next. Look around upstairs. You decide to take a look upstairs. Once you reach the top of the staircase, you scan the upstairs. There's a chandelier above you. It stands out quite a bit against the bland colors of the home. It looks antique. The second floor itself is modest and simple, with only 3 doors that you could see. One with a sign that had your name, one with a wooden board over it, and another tucked away and locked tightly. You can only assume this was Cole's room. We've already poked on these two, so we'll go straight to our room. I think this time we'll look through these again, because I want to see what happens when we talk to him about the antique. The game this time highlighted the antique chandelier. Suddenly you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. Well, time for dinner. And this is the suspicious spaghetti that you don't want to eat, but we have to eat it anyway. And then, after we've eaten, we will ask him this time about the antique store receipt. March 1st, 20XX. Oh man, Okay, this one's embarrassing. I would loiter around the store when I saw you go in there one time, just in case I'd see you again. When I finally did see you, I panicked and bought a chandelier because I didn't want to seem like a stalker. He giggled, thinking about it again. I mean, I ended up getting your number, so it all worked out for me in the end. He picks up the plate, disregarding the strange nature of the meal as he stands to put it in the sink. It's getting late. You should head to bed. Come lie down with me again, and then we'll say goodnight to this little cutie and get our dream. You're behind the counter at the antique shop, sorting through a stack of mismatched receipts and polishing a glass display case that never seems to stay clean. Yes, I was right. Picking the different items when you talk to him will get you a different dream. The bell above the door jingles occasionally as customers wander in and out, but the afternoon has been slow. If today gets any quieter, you might fall asleep standing up. The bell jingles again. Welcome in. You look up. Hello. A man stands in the doorway, frozen mid-step like he didn't expect you to be there. He's wearing a shirt too thin for the weather, hair flowing down his back, eyes wide with panic. Khol? This is the same man from a few weeks ago who you met at the bar. Yes. Hello, I'm here to shop. Shop for what? He glances around the store like he's searching for an excuse. A chandelier. A chandelier? Yes. He can't suppress a smile at his flustered behavior. It was clear he was here for you. He darts into the aisles, pretending to browse, picking up random objects and putting them back in the wrong places. You watch him from behind the counter, amused. Man, it's just making my job harder. You know, you can just say hi like a normal person. He pokes his head around the shelf. I want to seem like a stalker. By coming in here and acting like a burglar, he disappeared behind a shelf, clearly embarrassed. I'm panicked. You laugh under your breath. After a moment, he reappears holding the most ridiculous thing he could have possibly chosen. I'll take this. Oh, look at him. He sets it on the counter. It's a chandelier. This is one of the older ones we have. It's overly expensive for being so ugly. Please ring it up anyway. You side-eye him a bit before scanning the tag sticker on one of the candle holders, printing out the receipt as Khol fumbled with putting his card back into his wallet. So, he started again, trying to seem more nonchalant than he truly was. Do you think I could get your number? I've been keeping an eye out for you ever since that night we met. The sheer honesty of the request made you do a double take, just like how I hope he double takes me. Just a moment ago, he was nervously paying for a ridiculous chandelier. And now he was asking for your number in the most forward way ever. Yeah, man, I guess. You pull out a pencil as you scribble down your digits onto the receipt. He flushes, rubbing the back of his neck. I saw you worked here once, and then I kept coming back, just in case I'd see you again. So you were loitering. You scoffed lightheartedly, holding out the receipt for him to take. Strategically. He agreed, visibly easing up, as he took the small paper with tentative fingers. You shake your head, smiling despite yourself. You're ridiculous. But it worked. He beams, clearly proud of himself. But the fluorescent lights still flicker. The bustle of the street distorts. Khol's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. And then we wake. Aw, look at him. And then we remember his name and he gets shocked. So we'll skip forward to breakfast, which is where he watches us a little strangely. Dinner is still the same as the previous path as well. So I think we're just going to skip forward to the end. And then we're going to try a different route. I do want to go back here though and just ask, why do you have that apron? You glance down at the pink apron on the table. It's almost comical to look at given the circumstance and the general mood of the entire house. Why do you have that apron? Do you not like it? No, I think it's adorable. I just didn't expect someone like you to wear anything like it. Well, I typically don't. This is the only piece of clothing I own that's like this. You're actually the one that talked me into wearing it. Oh, this is before I started losing my memory, right? Yes, that's exactly right. Was it recently? It looks brand new. Oh, it's actually been just about a year since I bought it. And it's that spotless. Don't you cook and clean with it every day? Yes. But when I bought it, I told myself that if I got it dirty at all in any way, I would have to kill myself on the spot. Okay, that kind of scared me a little. You blink, a little confused. That's nice, I suppose. Oh, look at that. Lunchtime. You open your mouth to say something, but you're sat in the chair once more. Oh, alright. Well, lunchtime. With our normal looking sandwich that we're gonna eat. I don't think picking the apron really changes anything. But I will ask, what was I like before? I don't really know anything about myself. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts about me and who I used to be. What you were like? Well, to me, you're still exactly the same. Beneath the confusion, you're still my darling Yinny. You subconsciously made a face of confusion. He noticed and looks away, embarrassed. I've always had a hard time putting my thoughts into words. The things I feel about you, think about you, it's hard to explain in a way that you'd understand. You haven't changed that much. At least not to me. You're still so perfect. Every day when you wake up new again, it's like getting to know you over and over and over for the first time. Without realizing it, you're beginning to lean away from him in your seat. The passionate declaration wasn't quite what you were expecting, but you weren't surprised. However unsettling it was. Incredibly so. Khol seemed to have caught what he had said as well, an embarrassed look on his face as he hastily apologized. Geez, that was pretty intense, huh? I'm sorry. I know that wasn't really an answer to your question, but it's the best I can give. At least you could trust he was being honest and genuine. Even if it wasn't exactly what you wanted to hear. It gave you a better picture of what kind of man Khol was. It's fine, I guess. He lets out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Why does he do that? Why is it so important that you finish all your food? We know why. Oh, looks like we're all done here. We can look around upstairs. This time, though, we're gonna look at this weird book. You pick up the thin book. It was like one of those blank books you buy in an arts and crafts store. You open it to see hand-drawn pictures inside. There were words scribbled beside each drawing. Was this Khol's handwriting? You know, Yinny, I wanted to live forever so badly when I was little. I think I spent my entire life looking for you without even knowing it. How could I possibly want to live forever knowing you'd end up dying before me? Wait, what? I died? If I was human too, would things be easier for us? You changed my life, you know? You made me better. Every point in my life was leading up to this. I just know it. I can change this one little thing. If it means I get to keep you by my side, hell, I'd change everything. I'd do anything you wanted me to if you just asked. They told me I'm driving you insane. You don't seem that insane to me. Wait, Is it because of Cole's monstrous nature that I've gotten sick and confused? Is that what's happened to me? Because he said if he could change anything about him being a monster that he would change that one thing. And then this line. What does that doctor know about you that I don't? I don't need that. You need me. You're perfect. You've always been perfect to me. I can't stand to leave you, not when you're vulnerable like this. Just thinking about it makes me sick. I can leave everything behind if it means I get to move forward with you. I love you. Suddenly you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. It's time for dinner. I wonder if this changes anything. I hope you had a fun day. Well, here's the strange spaghetti that we don't want to eat, but we apparently have to. Well, now we get to ask him about the book. Did you write that book? Cole's smile didn't falter once, like he expected you to find it. Ah yes, the theatrics of a freshly heartbroken Khol. I thought it would be nice if you could really see how I lay my heart bare for you in every way. So then inside the book is what you wrote what really happened between us. He paused for a moment, examining your expression closely. In a way, yes. I wrote that book when you first moved in. And after your first diagnosis, you know they wanted to take you from me. As if they would know what you need more than I do. There was a manic glint behind Cole's eyes as he said that. He sounded like how his writing read. Unstable. He picks up the plate, disregarding the strange nature of the meal as he stands to put it in the sink. It's getting late. You should get to bed. Well, I'll just say goodnight and sleep this time without him. He pats your chin through the blanket. Good night, sweetheart. You hear him step out, the door clicking softly behind him. June 2nd, 20XX, 11:08. You and Khol are wandering through a small weekend market. Stores crowded with the handmade goods and the lazy chatter of people enjoying the sun. He's carrying a tote bag while you're carrying nothing but the easy weight of a morning with nowhere urgent to be. Look at this one. He points at a stall full of novelty aprons, florals and stripes, and the one that is so pink it seems to glow. Oh god! It's hideous. I love it. You laugh, stepping closer to touch the frilly design. He plucks the pink apron off the rack and holds it up like a cape. Imagine me in this. Please don't. He grins on sudden impulse, slips the apron over his head and ties the strings behind him, making a show purposely accentuating his waist. He looks great. Ta-da, domestic god. You can't help the smile that spreads across your face. He looks ridiculous and somehow adorable. You look like you're about to host a baking show. Would you watch? Only if you promise to let me eat whatever you make. He leans in, apron rustling, eyes bright and teasing. Of course, anything for you. The words land softer than the joke. For a second, the market noise fades and the world narrows to the two of you and the ridiculous pink fabric between you. You'd wear that just because I said it was cute. If you say it's cute, I'll wear anything. What if nothing is cute? You tilt your head, smile slipping into something warmer. Then wear it at home. I want to see you in it when we make dinner tonight. Cole freezes, a playful mask falling away for a heartbeat. Really? Really. All domestic-like. He laughs, but there's a softness in his eyes that makes your chest ache. Alright, if you want me to wear it, I'll buy it. He hands the apron to the vendor with a decisive nod, paying without hesitation as if the purchases were already sealed between you. Consider it a promise. You open your mouth to respond, but the stalls begin to melt. The chatter of the shop is distort. Cole's smile lingers, but the edges blur and smear and melt into the darkness. No, this is still the same. So I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit, just to see if there's anything new. If not, I think it's time for us to go and start the mean branch. Yes, I skipped forward and it was still just the same ending as the other one. So I think we're gonna just have to go back and just start being mean to him. Alright, we're gonna start. I know some visual novel devs really like doing this. I'm gonna try and put the names of the characters in here as well. Zeke. Aha! Zeke is all I have left of our old life. It's beyond me why he's still around. He's such a great guy. What would I do without him? I'm beginning to need him as much as I need you. Deep down you know that, don't you? Interesting. Monday, 9:38 a.m. Wakey wakey. It's time to start your day. Okay, so we can't actually keep the name. What about Phoebe? I think about her every day. You miss her too, right? Deep down under all the haze? You must hate me. I think I'm beginning to hate me too. Find it in your heart to forgive me. Please. I really want to know what happened with Phoebe. Oh, back to uni it is. Alright, we've already said good morning to him, but this time we'll freak out. You scream, absolutely terrified of your situation. You scramble out of bed, rushing to the bathroom and locking yourself inside. How you knew where the bathroom was is a mystery. It was as if your body knew what to do before your head did. Suddenly your head begins to ache, throbbing painfully behind your eyes. With shaky hands you cling to the sink, trying to take a deep, steadying breath. Oh no. Looking in the mirror, you feel a bit more at ease. You look at yourself deeply in the mirror. You know it's your face, but it feels wrong somehow. After freshening up a bit and feeling much better, you head downstairs. Alright, and then it's time to eat our first breakfast. Who are you? Goodness, straight to the point today, aren't we? My name is... You can call me Khol. Now that introductions are out of the way, what would you like to know, my dear? What are you? Well, I already told you I'm Khol, but I suppose I should have known nothing gets past my clever guinea. I am not human. If you couldn't tell, I guess you could say I'm a monster of sorts. Oh, it might be easier if you think I'm just a weird-looking person instead. When we first met, I was someone that did a lot of bad things. You changed me. What things did you do? What's going on with your hair? Ah, yes, my hair. Static. Would you believe that, my dear? You kind of had to. He glances at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Would you look at that? You're all done with breakfast. Alright, well, let's roam around the house. Explore the house. So we're gonna have to come back to the front door and we're gonna have to leave. And then he's gonna wake us up again and serve us lunch. So yeah, I'm basically just racking up all the, I guess, hatred points. Who are the people in the picture? No people we're close with. Do you recognize anyone in the picture? Only you, but just barely. You really did look different. I was handsome, right? Oh, this is gonna pain me because he was handsome. I want to say yes, but I can't, so we're gonna have to actually say no because we're being mean. Ouch, my ego. He genuinely looked like his feelings were hurt. I'll have you know I was quite popular when I looked like that. I mean, you're cute now. You'd be surprised. Well, looks like we're all done here. We did rack up the hatred points because he doesn't want to sleep with us tonight. Or there's no option for us to ask him to sleep with us. And there's no dream. Okay, and then after we wake up, he asks us to talk to him at the couch. And then we'll click this one. But instead of saying what happened to me, we go, what are you doing to me? He freezes. Nothing. That's a damn lie and I know it. You keep your eyes fixed on your hands, his gentle ministrations having come to a full stop. I'm not an idiot. Khol was completely still. I get random headaches whenever you're upset or something. I pass out, miraculously wake up, and I'm supposed to what? Believe that just happens. Khol's breath stutters, barely audible, but enough to confirm he's rattled. You think I'm doing this on purpose? His hands are trembling a bit as they tighten their grip on yours. I think you know more than what you're saying. His jaw clenches, his eyes flick away, then back, then away again like he's cornered. You got sick, that's all. You're falling apart and I didn't know how to help. Sick how? You were confused, forgetful. You kept collapsing, I panicked. Instead of getting help, you kept me here. His expression cracks, but more like out of desperation. I feel bad. You begged me not to take you anywhere. You said you didn't trust anyone else. You said you only wanted me. That doesn't sound like me. I know it doesn't, but that's what happened. And you expect me to believe that? He looks at you like he's bracing for impact. Aww. I expect you to believe I'm trying, even if I'm doing a terrible job. The tension between you simmers, sharp and unresolved. The conversation lingers in the air long after it ends. You're not sure if you feel closer to him or farther away. Either way, the day moves on. Monday, 1:30 p.m. You're presented with another normal-looking sandwich. Well, we eat the sandwich, and we ask him nothing, and we grab a fork, and then we knock over the paper towels again, and this time we... Oh! Okay, oh no. Well, we're gonna have to stab him this time. Stab him. You see his back turned to you kneeling on the ground, and you look down at the metal fork in your hand. You take a step forward, then another. Close enough to hear Khol muttering something under his breath as you bring your arm over your head. Khol began turning his head to face you, worried by your silence. Hey, are you... Oh. You stab him in the neck. Blood begins spraying as he toppled over gasping. You'd punctured an artery. He was bleeding out. For some reason, you were suddenly paralyzed, your limbs refusing to cooperate with you. No matter how much you wanted to take this chance to flee the house, you could only stare at as Khol's appearance had changed. His limbs became bony with dark tendrils writhing around his body like drying snakes. That's hot. Horror struck you as Khol's eyes met yours. He barely looked human. You were afraid he was going to finally kill you. Yet when he spoke, it was soft. Oh no, I'm a terrible person. A bit garbled from choking on his own blood, but still oddly kind. It's okay, honey. Accidents happen. He wheezed as he struggled to stand. Dear God. He gripped the edge of the table. You could only wordlessly watch as he staggered into the bathroom, leaving a trail of blood as he went. When you heard the door click shut, that's when you finally regained control of your limbs. You look at the fork on the ground, picking it up and heading upstairs with a haunted look in your eyes. Maybe you didn't need to do that. Well, and then we open up the place. Wait. And this time, instead of him calling us down to dinner because he's in the bathroom, we can keep searching. Keep searching. You sift through the items, each one stirring something faint and painful in the back of your mind. An uncharged phone. A note with your handwriting. A photo torn down the middle. You don't know what any of it means. You grab the phone charger you saw earlier, plugging the phone into the wall. You continue to look around, finding an assortment of things that slowly remind you of who you used to be. Your head thrums a little as you sit on the ground beside your charging phone, until you hear the sound of it turning on, charged enough for the screen to light up. You pick it up with careful hands, unfamiliar with how to handle a phone after so long. As you swipe up, your screen is bombarded with notifications. Unseen and dating back for months and months. From family and friends, your old job, software updates, social media notifications. What do you look at first? Let's look at messages first. You click on the Messages app, notifications piling up to 99 plus. Every message you see is from unsaved contacts, as if someone had deleted them all prior to this. Many were of worry, reaching out to check in after months of MIA. Few were angry, words sticking to you out as being abandoned and running away. But there was one contact at the top who still had a name. Zeke. There were no new messages. All past conversations were brief. The only other name besides yours and Khol's that's in your life. It couldn't hurt to try and reach out. You type something small. Hello or help me? Okay, we'll do both, but we'll do hello first. A simple greeting just to scope out what the guy was like. There was a brief moments of just total stillness. Then the message was read, and he began to type back. Hi. That was strangely anticlimactic. You hesitate before typing something else in response. My name is Yinny. Do I know you? You didn't know what else to say. Of all the questions, this seemed the most important to ask. You typed for a while, then the bubble disappeared. Then reappeared. You are my friend. And I know bad things are happening to you, so I'm doing what I can to help you through this. You stared at the words for a long time, but after a few more minutes it was clear he wasn't going to respond. You stepped back into the hallway, mind still racing. The house was different now. Heavier. Quieter. You glanced at the locked door on the other side of the hall. You clutched the fork tighter as you take a hesitant step towards the stairs back down. Khol was nowhere to be seen. The blood on the ground was gone and the bathroom was empty when you peek inside. He must be in his room. Tuesday, 7:02 p.m. On the table is spaghetti again. Eat it? No. You leave the food on the table completely untouched and turn to go upstairs. You decide to go to sleep early. You crawl into your bed, alone this time, as exhaustion settles into your bone after another strange day. The lamp beside the door casts a soft glow across the room. Warm, comforting and familiar. Your eyes grow heavy, and sleep takes you quickly. You wake up, but Khol is nowhere to be seen. Your room is bathed in darkness. The lamp you had fallen asleep with is turned off. You don't remember turning it off. You sit up slowly, letting your eyes adjust to the dark. The house was different at night. Colder and heavier, like the walls are listening. Somewhere down the hallway you hear a hushed voice. It's Khol. So he wasn't dead after all. That notion made you shiver a little. You convinced yourself that it wasn't a deep enough cut. Not that he's incapable of being killed at all. Surely there would be a way to end all of this somehow. You slip out of bed, feet touching the cold floorboards, and creep towards the door. The hallway is pitch black, save for the faint sliver of light leaking from beneath Khol's bedroom door. His voice is clearer now, low and tense and hurried. Listen to me. You freeze. Zeke. I know what time it is, I know. No, I didn't tell them anything, I wouldn't do that. His tone sharpens, not angry but scared. Zeke, please tell me you can figure something out. The doses need to be higher. I got stabbed for hell's sake. That doesn't worry you at all. There was a desperate worry in his hushed voice. If Yinny remembers any more, then you can't hear what's being said on the other side, barely able to make out what Khol's saying himself. Please, if not for Yinny, do it for me. Your heart pounds. You take another step. Then the floor creaks quietly. The whispering stops. Silence. You don't move, you don't breathe. I'll call you back. See you soon. Footsteps, the quiet jingles of a key, struggling in the lock. You dart back towards your room, slipping inside just as the hallway light flicks on. You crawl into bed and pull the blanket up to your chin, pretending to be asleep. The doorknob rattles. Your breath catches, but it doesn't open. After a long moment, you hear Khol's footsteps retreating down the hall. And the house was silent again. Well, end the demo. Alright, we're gonna go back and try all the other options in the basement. And then we're gonna get the dreams, and I think that's probably majority of it, I'd say. What if I do help me? A simple greeting just to scope out what the guy was like. He began to type back. I'm trying. You blink, a little confused. How? I don't know how you got a hold of this number. Or if you remember me. But believe me, I'm trying. What? After a few more minutes, it was clear he wasn't going to respond. Well, and then we're going to come back to this ending, so I'm just going to do some of the other options then. Let's check out social media. You look on social media. There are posts that you're tagged in, each one saying that you were missing. Oh! There was a sharp pain in your head the more you stared at the screen. You had to put it down. Khol was nowhere to be seen. The blood on the ground was gone and the bathroom was empty when you peeked inside. He must be in his room. Well, then, if it just takes us back there, we're gonna call the police this time. You spot a bright red SOS button on your home screen and press on it. You flinch when it automatically transfers you to a call. Ring. Click. 911, what's your emergency? End of demo for now. Ooh, that's gonna be another route as well. That is cool. Well, we'll come back here, click on help me, and this time we'll eat the food and see what happens. You sit down, pick up your fork, and eating the food. You crawl into bed alone. Okay, so it just takes you back to the same ending. Okay, so eating the food doesn't really change anything. Alright, I found another little branch here as well. So, if we freak out when we first see him, and ask what he is, and also ask why he's so pale, we end up here. Are there more people like you in the world? Khol sighed heavily, looking defeated in a way. I totally lost touch with my physical form. Yes, yeah, there are more like me all around the world. Way more than you think. That's comforting. Oh, he paused for a moment, eyeing you nervously. Do you think me not being human is scary? Ooh, we're gonna say yes this time and then no afterwards. Your eyebrows knit together with distrust as you take a step backward. Yes, of course I think that's a little more than concerning. So you're not human and what? You're just keeping me in your house? Cole's posture sank, clearly distressed. I'm so sorry, baby girl. Hey now, let's not get hasty with the assumptions. Are you gonna kill me? Hold on. That was scary. He tried to reach out, approaching unthreateningly, yet you still took a step back. Did you kidnap me to force me to stay with you? You need, please. I'm upsetting him. Are you planning to eat me? There was a sudden strike of pain in your head. Your vision was starting to blur around the edges. You need, don't be like that. Please? You sink to the ground, legs failing you as you clutch at your pounding head. I'm here to keep you safe. I would never do anything to hurt you. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. You only remember being led by careful hands to what you could only assume to be his couch. Rest your eyes for a while, honey. It never gets easier to do that. You slowly come to your senses, the distant sound of soft humming coming from the kitchen. You prop yourself onto your elbows, your ears are ringing slightly, but it was manageable. Khol? The humming stops and you hear a rush of footsteps before Khol is looming over you. You hardly had time to register how quickly he moved before he was helping you up. Hello, dear. How do you feel? Fine, I guess. What happened? How long was I out? He stared at you blankly for a moment before replying. I'm not sure. I found you on the ground unconscious, so I laid you down to rest your head. You feel a faint squirming sensation in the back of your head. Oh, I see. What time is it? Cole's expression lightened once more as he slowly led you towards the kitchen. It's lunchtime. Maybe some food will get you feeling better. Okay, so I skipped forward because it was all the same. But there is a new option here that wasn't there before. And I'm assuming this is tied to us saying that we were scared that he was a monster. You get up from your seat with a certain drag to your limbs. The confusion and constant state of uncertainty was starting to take its toll on you. You quietly walk over to the drawer with the utensils, pulling it open and reaching for a knife. Oh no. Okay, stab first, hesitate later. Stab him. You see his back turned to you, washing the singular dish you had eaten from with such focus and care. Oh, I feel terrible. Then you look down at the knife in your hand. You take a step forward. Then another. And slowly raised your arm over your head and... Oh, poor baby. Blood began spraying as he toppled over, gasping. You'd punctured an artery. He was bleeding out. For some reason, you were suddenly paralyzed, your limbs refusing to cooperate with you no matter how much you wanted to take this chance and flee the house. You can only stare. As Cole's appearance changes, limbs becoming bony with dark tendrils writhing around his body like drying snakes. Horror struck you as his eyes meet yours. It's okay, honey. Everything's okay. Don't panic. He wheezed as he struggled to stand. There. You look so afraid. Oh my god, I feel terrible. He's trying his best. Like he's really trying. He gathered your stiff body in his arms, gently squeezing you. I'm so sorry I scared you. Am I so horrible that you want me dead? His hold became firm, unwilling to let you go even as his legs buckled, dragging you down to the floor with him. Would you have preferred it if I was human, my love? It was getting hard to breathe. Could we have avoided this if I wasn't so disgusting? Oh, this is so sad. You were starting to feel suffocating. You couldn't breathe, managing only weak gasps that barely got oxygen into your body. Cole's body was warm. So warm. I forgive you, even if you aren't sorry. Oh no, Khol. I forgive you. You wake up on the couch, completely disoriented. You slowly sit up, resisting the urge to close your eyes again as your vision swam. Eventually, you managed to get to your feet. Khol was nowhere to be seen. The blood on the ground was gone and the bathroom was empty when you peeked inside. He must be in his room. And then there's spaghetti. Well, this time I feel bad, so I'm gonna eat it. But yeah, and then we wake up at night, and then let's see what he says this time. Okay, yeah, he talks about getting stabbed again, so yeah, it's just still the same. Oh, that was so heavy though. Alright, this time, we're gonna hesitate. As you reach for the utensil, you pause. Even if everything was overwhelming, was this really the only course of action? You sigh, closing the drawer. The noise alerts Khol, causing him to glance at you. Everything alright, honey? You look down at your feet, conflicting thoughts filling your head. Everything is fine, Khol. But yeah, when you hesitate, you just turn around and then you end up waking up on the couch and then just goes through the game as normal. So I'm going to see what happens when we say we're not scared of him, and then we'll go through the dream sequences. You know what? No, I don't mind as much as I thought I would. Khol beamed, his hands twitching at his sides as if he wanted to reach out to you, yet he was stopping himself. You mean it? You spooked me in the morning, but now I know you a little better, I don't think you'd hurt me. He nodded eagerly. Yes, that's right. This makes me happier than you'd ever know. He looks at you like he's trying to memorize every detail of your face, as if the shape of your expression is something fragile he's terrified to lose again. I didn't think you'd say that. There's a faint tremor in his voice, barely there but unmistakable. I don't want to scare you, but sometimes it happens despite my intentions. He steps closer, deliberately giving you every chance to pull away. The air shifts with him, colder for a moment then strangely comforting. You only remember being led by his careful hands to what you could only assume to be his couch. Rise for a while, honey. Okay, so yeah, you just get back to resting on the couch. Alright, well, dream time. Okay, so for the dreams, what we have left is the bear, the band shirt, and the flowers. Do the bear. April 6, 20XX. We went to an arcade to kill time before work and I won you that stuffed bear. He chuckled softly. I burned through so many quarters that day. Alright, and we skip forward to the bear dream. Yoo-hoo! A familiar voice calls out to you as you step outside the cafe you frequent, drink in hand as a little something before clocking into work. Oh, hi, Khol, you say fondly, turning around to face the man as he grins widely, his raven hair tied up in a messy bun, his uniform as a line cook in hand. So honey, you're out to work a bit earlier than usual. You smile, leave it to Khol to remember every aspect of your schedule. And You glanced at your phone screen, having picked up on a bit of his as well. 17 minutes late for yours. He just shrugged, his bright smile unwavering, as his doting gaze stayed fixed on you. Mr. Subway, next one isn't for another hour or so. Thought I'd burn some time. Lucky me to run into my lover on the way. You sigh, exasperated for him since he clearly was unbothered. Your station won't be set up in time for morning service. You mumble against a little your drink as you take a sip. Whatever, this is out of my control. He brushes it off, clearly more focused on spending time with you than going to work now that he has you. How about we do something fun instead? He wiggles his eyebrows playfully, stepping closer and holding out his arm. The unspoken offer of an impulsive adventure lingers between the two of you. Fun at 9 in the morning. He gasps melodramatically. Fun can happen at any hour, thank you very much. You roll your eyes, but your smile betrays you. What did you have in mind? His grin widens just a little too excited. Arcade. What are you, 5? You're just gonna be later. I know. And you don't care. Not even a little. He loops his arm through yours before you can protest, tugging you gently down the street. Come on, honey. 1 game, 2 games, 10. Who's counting? You laugh despite yourself letting him pull you along. The arcade is nearly empty this early in the morning, lights flickering lazily, machines humming like they're waking up. Khol beelines towards the claw machine with the enthusiasm of a child. Look, they restocked the prizes. You're such a dork. A dork who wins things for his lover. He cracks his knuckles like he's preparing for battle. You know these things are rigged, right? Not for me. He says it with such confidence you can't help but laugh. He feeds with a quarter, then another, then another. The claw descends and misses. Warm up. Another quarter. Miss. That one was practice. Another. Miss. Khol. I'm entering a flow state. You watch him burn through quarters like they came from trees. Determination etched into every perfect line of his face. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, the claw grips a small stuffed bear. It wobbles, it slips, it catches again, and drops it into the prize chute. Yes! He pumps his fist triumphantly, the lazy updo swaying with the motion. He retrieves the bear and holds it out to you with both hands like it's something sacred. A cute little brown bear with a red ribbon around its neck. Aww. For you. You take it, warmth blooming in your chest. You really didn't have to. I wanted to. He steps closer, voice softening. I always want to. You open your mouth to respond. But the arcade lights flicker. The hum of the machines distort. Khol's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. Well, on to the other dreams. We got the band shirt and the flowers. Let's do the band shirt. October 25th, 20XX. For my birthday, I want to take you to a music festival. Of course, my music taste has always been a bit underground, so I gave you the shirt so you had something to wear. I couldn't bring myself to ask for it back in the end. And dream time. You're standing in your old apartment, rummaging through your closet with growing frustration. Every shirt you own feels wrong. Too plain for the kind of music playing tonight. Too bright for the time of day. Too boring for the kind of underground music festival Khol insisted on dragging you to for his birthday. Oh, I don't have anything that fits the vibe. You flop onto your bed, defeated. Leaning against the headboard with his knees scrunched up was Khol, too tall for the twin-size mattress but sitting there taking up space as usual. He pipes up. Oh my god, look at him in that crop top. He looks so good. I got a little something for you if you want it. On your birthday, you got me something. Only so you don't look like a lost tourist at the festival. He looks so good with his hair tied up. He reaches into a tote bag he had brought with necessities for the night and pulls out a black band shirt, soft, worn, and clearly loved. The design is faded, the logo half cracked and the fabric stretched in places. There was a half-naked woman on it striking a pose, with big pink letters on the side spelling Lust. Lords of Acid, one of Khol's favorite bands. And this is yours. That it was. Now it's yours. Khol, I can't wear your favorite shirt. You can and you will because you'll look adorable in it. He tosses it at you and it lands on your lap with a soft thud. You're ridiculous. And you love me. You roll your eyes but you're smiling. You hold the shirt up. It smells faintly like him. Laundry detergent, cold air, and something warm you can't quite place. It's huge, just like he is. It'll look cute oversized. You just want to see me drowning in your clothes. Maybe. He shrugs, feigning ignorance, knowing full well this is for his own indulgence. I want today to be special for you too. My birthday doesn't matter much to me, but spending it with you does. He looked down at the shirt again, fingers brushing the cracked ink. Thank you, Khol. Really. He beams, bright and earnest. Hold on, I want to see. You stare, slipping the shirt over your head. It hangs loosely, the hem brushing your thighs. Happy now? Very. He reaches out, gently tugging the sleeves to straighten it. We could, cut it up or something if you want to match with me. He offered, referring to his own stylized shirt on one of the band's albums. Nah, maybe tie it or something. Okay, perfect. You open your mouth to respond, but the room lights flicker, the gentle moment broken. Khol's smile lingers, but the edges blur and smear, melting into darkness. And last stream, flowers. May 25th, 20XX. I surprised you at work just because I felt like it. I distinctly remember it was a busy week where we didn't hang out much. Your manager always hated me since I'd take up so much of your time. He lets out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate. You're standing behind a counter at your old job, sorting through a stack of paperwork your manager dumped on you last minute. The fluorescent lights buzz overhead, flickering faintly like they're on their last legs. You rub your temples, trying to will away the headache forming behind your eyes. The bell above the front door jingles. Welcome in. You look up. Hi, honey. Khol stands in the doorway, hair up in a ponytail due to the warm afternoon sun. He's holding a bouquet, nothing fancy despite him being able to buy out an entire flower shop if he wanted to. They're wildflowers, messy, colorful and imperfect, and I love them. Khol, what are you doing here? Surprising you. He steps forward, the flowers cradled carefully in one hand. You've been working so hard this week, I missed you. You didn't have to come all the way here. I wanted to. He offers you the bouquet. The petals brush your fingers as you take it. They're beautiful. I picked them myself. He said pointedly as if fishing for praise despite the messy showcase. You picked them? What? I could be romantic. You laugh and he beams like he's been waiting all week to hear it. Let's hope Scary Larry doesn't see me. I swear he wants me dead. He hates everyone. I feel like he hates me more than the average person. Because you distract me. That's hardly an offense killing over. He leans against the counter, watching you with that soft, adoring look he always does in moments like this. I just wanted to see you, even for a minute. You looked at the flowers again. They're simple, uneven, some petals bent, but they're genuine. Thank you, Khol. Really. He reaches out, brushing a stray petal from your sleeve. Anything for you. Damn it, Yandere, that's your boyfriend again, I swear to God. Khol smiles, sheepishly, leaning in to press a soft kiss to your forehead before rushing to flee the scene. You watch as he runs out, the door blending into the wall as the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. God, I think having these little flashbacks with him and showing how much he loved you is really sad. But that is my playthrough of You Make This House a Home. I think there are still a couple of little dialogue options that you can choose at the start, but I think I pretty much covered most of the main branches. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I love Khol. He's so cute. I'm such a sucker for a Yandere story that's also tragic. I feel like the two genres match each other very well, especially in this case where there's quite high stakes, I think you have died, and Khol has somehow brought you back and needs to keep you alive by, feeding you medicine and so on and so forth, and all he has left of you is this confused version of you every single day where you don't remember anything, and yet he still wants you around and still looks after you and still cares for you, and I think he genuinely just loves you very, very much. But now, because of what's happened, it's to the point of desperation, and I don't know, that's what makes it so sad and scary. Either that, or we aren't dead, and we are just, still confused and being disoriented because we are too close to him in proximity, and his monstrous nature is what's doing that to us. So he's desperately trying to find a way to fix everything and solve it all. I know the whole situation is really sad. I don't know what happened to Phoebe though. I have a suspicion that maybe she tried to help you and get you away, and Khol might have gotten rid of her in return, or maybe you did something. Zeke, however, still sticking around. I think Zeke just genuinely really cares about you. It almost seems like he's sticking around, Khol, just so he still has access to you and knows that you're still alive. But also very suspicious that the people texting you on your phone also seem to say you're missing, so maybe you aren't dead at all. Maybe Khol is actually just keeping you here, and you are still in that disoriented state and you never actually died. There's a lot of possibilities, but one thing I'm very certain about is that although Khol is keeping you here, might be doing things and going about it in the wrong way, there's a lot of complexity to him, and he genuinely really loves you. Because aside from looking after you and taking care of you every single day, the flashbacks prove that he just loved you very, very much. So I think this whole situation is really sad. But if we think about it, Khol is also a monster. and he's struggling to keep hold on his human appearance, which I'm assuming is the one that he uses when he first met you. So there is a degree of him being able to live life normally, not being able to go outside. He even says that going outside is difficult because people point and stare. So I can only imagine that that makes him feel so incredibly lonely. And probably even back when you were still okay, he must have carried that loneliness inside of him because he knows that he would never be accepted by the majority of society given that he's a monster. But I can't imagine how much lonelier he feels being isolated from Zeke, Phoebe being probably dead, and you not remembering him and him having to introduce himself to you every single day and either bear the brunt of your hate or the rare brunt of your acceptance and love because you're all he has. Because he can't go outside and make any new connections. He can't even look like how he did before. And I feel so bad for him. But the story is incredible. I cannot wait to play the next 3 days. This was so good. The dev did an amazing job. Khol is so cute. The art is gorgeous. I absolutely loved it, and I hope you guys do too. If you guys would like to download the game and check out some of the other little options that I missed, I've linked in the description box below. But also if you would like to support my channel, my Patreon is linked down below as well. Supporting is not mandatory, just very appreciated. Thank you so much again as always. I have so much fun with you guys all the time, and until the next section of Man, take care.